right, so Bing Maps is similar to Google Maps, except it's, I think, Yahoo based or something. It also has aerial views and other options. Now, one of the things, and the reason I tell you this, instead of just using straight Google, sometimes the imagery that Bing Maps has is different than what Google has. Now, most of the imagery comes from QuickBird, which is a program, or is a satellite company that actually downloads or takes the images, the pictures of the Earth, and creates, the imagery from it. It has, so depending on who the commercial vendor is that Bing uses versus Google, you may be able to get different imagery. Some may give you a newer view of the same location. When it comes to the terrain typically does not change that much. I mean, unless you have like a major earthquake or landslide or mudslide or something to that effect, where the actual topography of the earth changes. The reason that you need newer imagery typically deals with the man-made features that are on the terrain, new buildings, new bridges, new roads, new construction, whatever. That's the reason why you're looking for the most newer imagery. As with Google Maps, this also requires internet to use. There's very little analysis or things that you can place on these images. And in order to really do anything with these images, you have to do screen captures, put it into like a PowerPoint presentation, and then make your annotations on there. But you cannot directly annotate on this particular program. Okay, Weather Underground. Weather Underground is another service that is on there. There's another one called WeatherBug. Both are fairly good. I like Weather Underground, especially for the maps, because the maps are actual USGS topographic maps that actually have the contour lines and all the roads and rivers and stuff on there. So basically what you're doing with this, or what you're able to do with this, is you're able to look at the terrain with the weather on top of it. So you're basically combining several different types of data in one viewer, okay? It does require the internet to use. It does allow access to raster and weather data. But again, as with the other ones, your annotations or annotating something on this particular map is next to impossible. So again, you'll have to do like the screen capture, get into like a PowerPoint or some type of photoshopping program, and then make your annotations on the actual clip that you've pulled out of that. All right, so USGS. USGS is the United States Geological Society, and basically they do a lot of data collection and a lot of data capture. A lot of this data you're able to download for free. So this is the site to go to get information for your QGIS in order to do analysis. Now, they have like I said, they have the maps. They're basically 1 to 24,000 scale maps. That actually, it's kind of when you think of a map, or when I think of a map, that's what I'm thinking about, or what I picture. They have the different topologies. It has the contour lines. It has the grid lines. Most of them, I believe, also have the declination diagram, which we talked about previously in another video. That's something that's required in order to do land navigation. Again, as we talked about in there, You just need to make sure that that declination diagram is up to date and current. So, but have access. So USGS has raster data, which is the maps and the imagery. It has the matrix data, which is the elevation data. It's called, SRTM is one of the types that it's called. It's also whatever DIM, they call it DIM, digital elevation models. And also 10. 10 is the triangulated irregular network, which is also a form of 3D stuff. So basically that gives you that 3D perspective of terrain. Now, if you're in a desert or flat area like Georgia, Florida, and those, there's not a lot of relief, so there's not a lot of elevation. But if you're like in a mountainous regions, like out in Colorado or Montana or Wyoming, then even Missouri and some of the other states, then their elevation is going to play a key. Elevation plays a key when you're talking about potential for flooding. It also plays a role in weather. So, a lot of times in the winter, you'll see weather programs tell you that there'll be snow above 2,000 feet because the air is so much colder. That's where you're going to get, a lot more snow than you would if you're at a lower elevation. Okay. So a lot of this data can be downloaded from here. You can also purchase data on here. We also have access to the Tiger data, which is census data. So it's going to give you like the population information around that area. That's going to be a vector that you can then bring into QGIS and use it as an analysis tool.